I've become addicted to Hydra. Are you shitting me? With just one use of it? Hey, he's back. There's an enemy over here somewhere.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
They can leap. Man, can they leap. Seriously. What's with the damage on this thing? Was I poisoned? I feel like I was poisoned. Because my health is my health going down? How do I check for that? General. Like, no, they don't really tell me when I'm poisoned, do they? Or a stim pack. They don't seem to tell me too much. Alright, this seems to be the way out. So we made it. That was the big finale, I guess. Is there something down there? Is there something worthwhile down here? Those are two completely different questions. There's not much going on. Maybe behind the little barricade. Alright, emergency kit. I'll take all that. Scorched books. Metal box with nothing I want in it. Wait. I think the teddy bear's hiding something. I'm gonna take the teddy bear. Yep, duck and cover. I saw that. I might get rid of my teddy bear eventually. But for now, it shall be a mascot. Occupying null space inside my backpack. Oh, I have to go through a loading screen to get up there. I probably missed a poster and a whole bunch of other stuff on the other side.
There you are. You went quiet for a time. Thought you might have returned to Vegas, its comforts. Maybe you took that machine with you.
Not yet.
There's a lesson here, in the divide. Old world history about holding on to something so tightly it breaks or falls apart.
I got a level up somewhere in the middle
May
there.
have seen the cracks in Vegas's walls already. If so, they'll grow in time. No matter how much you back house.
How much are you thinking I'm back in house? The future is what I prefer. Don't be quick to discount Vegas. There's more strength there than may seem. That is probably true. Yeah, the future is what I prefer.
Your future with House has two roads.
Why do you assume I'm with
The
House?
road the tribals in Vegas want. Their spirits crushed.
I've been pretty
Or your
anti-House.
face on a robot servant, smiling forever in a dead casino. There's future in neither.
The Vegas families? Or do you mean like the actual tribes like the Great Khans?
Families of Vegas were once tribes. Got drunk on the Vegas lights. The spirit had bled out of them. Old world history under a different flag. Whatever traditions or rituals they had, most likely squeezed out of them by now, turned into something else. And if not, then I'm afraid what's going to happen when they come creeping back.
What do you have against Vegas?
Vegas is old world, filled with old world ghosts. And ghosts need the living to do their work.
That's kind of true.
That's why the families are there. Why the bear stumbles there to lose itself. It's a dance. I don't know its purpose. You've seen the wall. It's what's inside that worries me.
What do you mean it's a dance?
That's the wrong word. Theater is better. The families, the bear, all on a stage. House. He's the one watching. The why. You'd know better than I would. If you don't, you will.
None of this is actually true of what I think, but whatever. House is more pragmatic than you think. He is. He's got, like, armies.
Believe that. Vegas runs. I've seen what it's done to those who oppose it. And I've seen its messengers. But everything in Vegas speaks of someone who can't let it go. House takes a shovel to history's graves, props up the dead, then puts words in their mouths. The tribes don't even know how they were broken. Not a world I want to be a part of. Going through motions until we're all smiling faces on some robot's screen.
You know, you're talking through a robot right now. Yeah, I want to know what's ahead. Should I be killing you at some point? Because I'm not going to say that you've said anything that I don't agree with at this point.
The high road. Not the divide yet. Many more miles to walk. But you got this far. You and that machine that shadows you.
Luckily, he's got enough Phoenix Downs on him.
If you'd make it above, then below the underpass.
What were they?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here.
Well, I gathered that.
Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come before its people, from where they least expect, below.
Who would expect tunnelers to come from below? Radiation from the war might have created them, then detonations, quakes caused them to surface. Yeah, let's go for the thing that gets me more skill points here, more experience.
Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place.
Where is
Were
this?
signs they were here for a long time. Before marked men. Before what happened to the divide cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation.
When you say slower death for the Mojave, you mean they're spreading out from the divide.
Death will come from below. In the divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them.
There aren't any
They'll start
birds in
emerging
Fallout,
throughout the
though.
Mojave in time. Might be years. Probably less.
We're not going to have cliff racers, are
They
we?
breed fast, hunt in groups. More than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave. Once they draw blood.
They probably still can't take out a
Seen them
Deathclaw.
tear apart Deathclaws.
What?
Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
Are we in Denver? Oh, no. We're not in Denver. Denver's far to the east, Legion territory, apparently. I want to... Wait, the Legion took over Denver? Denver? Like, I could understand Colorado Springs. But you're not taking over Well, okay, Denver might be too high. Sure.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east, too, before the bull came. Then, much like the Mojave before the bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
What? Bullcrap. Alright, what's with the marked men? Some had strange masks and blade I'd never seen before. Some of the flayed Hopeville soldiers looked like NCR, but fought beside others in Legion armor. That is true. I can look at both of these, yes? Let's talk about this first.
They bear false versions of Legate Beneus's masks. The one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
Other men had NCR gear and they weren't carrying masks or blades.
For the two-headed bear, NCR, they don't have symbols in the same way Legion does. They revere their mines and explosives, guns. That is their religion. Death from afar. Take pride in it.
Yeah, they were fighting side by side with Legion.
Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield, now turned against the divide. Few survived, intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
What do you mean? That was like he hasn't really been clear with his meaning this entire time that we've met him. Plus, he's still blurry. I would assume due to me coming off of drugs.
The dam, that old world wall.
The Hoover Dam?
The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimbo, Kaiser, House. You'd think the whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Kaiser could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him.
You can't imply this is all your
And
fault.
the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
What the hell is the divide? Where the hell is this? I apparently found some recordings from you in Hopeville.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought.
I doubt it.
Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road. On its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them. Nothing but ramblings. Reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
Probably. Oh. Don't have enough speech. Where's the high road lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton.
Ashton.
Its silo. That machine I'm with you. It can open it, wake it up. Like it did the one in
I don't
Hopeville.
think Ashton's the name of a real town. You have a lot of hate for the robot with me. I can hear it in your voice.
Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum. You're a machine. It's just a tool, made of wreckage of the divide. All that was brought here.
You mentioned you swore not to kill me. Why?
You know the why of it. If you don't, I do. And that's enough. Shows trust, only walks so far west. Earned more than that, though, getting this far. We walk the same road, carry the same colors. Can't break that by making the road red.
True enough, I guess.
Want more than that? Walk the divide. Answers will come. Closer you get to home. You and that machine.
It's my home now? I've never been here before, at least not from this road.
Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm.
Canyon? So it is the Grand
Wasn't
Canyon?
always.
I want to see the
There was
Grand Canyon.
life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime.
Just give me the name of
It
a
had
town
the
where I am.
name, the divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You.
What?
Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction.
Dun dun dun.
And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
I think that's all we have to say for... Nope, apparently we got more. This guy has a lot to tell us. What makes you think this leads home? So you're saying I walked this road once from another direction, from west to east to home? So now I'm going... No, I'm walking east now. I just checked it. I'm going east. So this is home for me.
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home.
So you're just full of bullshit.
Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not,
My character barely speaks.
can be a place of mind. A moment where you know who you are, the history of it. And they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
Uncovered all 6 references to the past courier? So, I'm still confused about this courier business. Is this the past courier, or is the courier a reference to a previous game? I honestly don't know. Mojavian before doesn't mean anything. Your head's messed up worse than the divide. Oh, yeah, I've walked a lot of hard roads. Particularly Deathclaw roads.
It means everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside. That speaks to what you are. Proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking.
Is he mad at me about this?
New life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
It definitely sounds like something that would have happened in a previous game. You're still making assumptions about all this.
No. Recounting history. NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers.